I'm sorry.
That bastard is more cocky than it seems. He thinks he's some kind of hero.
Did you hear who died?
That name.
I thought it was old Bart, but then I heard him coughing his lungs up in the yard again.
Sabu, gimana tuh sabu? Sabu. Area. Oh iya, kemarin dikasih si buku juga kemarin. Iya sih. Hmm. Gitu.
Did you hear about what the bailiff is planning?
No, I don't care for gossip.
Nor do I, but this is important.
I'm not interested.
But this is about money.
What? Go on then.
Oke. Yang segini keempat. Kita lihat ini lagi. Dari sini.
Damn it, that's just what we need.
Exactly. We'll have to talk to the others this evening. Decide what to do.
Keep your eyes on the road, you fool!
Slowly. Nice and slow.
Hey! You nearly ran into... Ow! Door's closing! Last chance!
Slowly. Nice and slow. Whoa!
Apparently, the city council is...
Looks like it, doesn't it?
It sure does.
You that hurt you, idiot! Are you blind? You almost ran into me! Hey! You nearly ran into me!
Quick! Quick! Die! Quick! Whoa! Whoa! Go! Whoa! Whoa!
Sini. 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 Selamat. Oh, sini. Ya, sudah lawan.
It's a trap!
Put that pig sticker away, right now! Good. See? There's no need to be swinging a weapon around here.
Clear off! Don't bother me!
Go! Whoa, whoa!
What would you...
Ka! Go! Ka! Quick! Ka! Ka!
Whoa! Whoa!
Ka! Quick! Ka!
Whoa! Whoa! That food must have been spoiled. I feel sick to my stomach.
Quick! 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 Ka!
Oh! Whoa!
Greetings, my friend.
The Rootard sent me.
What's that to do with me? Those days when Ruthard was the Lord of Malashoff are over. I don't want to have anything more to do with him.
He sends you his regards. And he asked me to remind you that he's still paying for masses for your family, as the two of you agreed.
Sakura. Nobody knows about that but him.
That's why he told me. So you'd be sure I really did come from them, and this isn't a trick.
Well, that changes things. Sorry for being a bit hostile-like, but times are tough. A man can't be sure of anything. Good to hear that Sir Kunzlin still has a few friends left. Give him my greetings, and thank him for...
Sure. I'll pass that on to him.
So, tell me, what...
I've got to get into Malashov to free a friend who's held captive there.
What, all alone? Maybe I should send for a priest for you, eh?
Don't worry, I'll figure it out. Lord Ruthard told me about a secret passage that will take me there. What I need from you is to get a fresh horse ready for my friend. A fast one, for when we get back.
Well, you sure ain't lacking in courage. But you're really asking me for a lot. A fresh, fast horse don't come cheap. But fine, since you're from Sir Kunzlin, I'll have it ready for you. Somewhere a bit further from here so I don't get in the shit if things go sideways.
Of course. The last thing I want is to endanger you unnecessarily, and the Ruthards promise to pay for the horse if it comes to any harm.
All right. So look, here next to the stud farm there's a kind of band of rocks below the forest. When you go alongside the rocks to the end, you'll find a wooded copse not far from the castle. There's a well-trodden patch of ground there, so that's where I'll have that horse ready for you. Hopefully, nothing will happen to him if I just leave him there. Recently...
Thanks. I'm obliged.
Tell me more about this secret passage. They say there's one here somewhere, but no one knows much about it.
That passage is secret for a reason. The less you know about it, the better.
Herregott, I'm to risk my farm and maybe even my life for you, and you won't even tell me that much?
Sorry, I can't do it. It's really for the best.
That's gratitude for you.
Ka!
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. The chapel directed me here. There's no doubt about that. So somewhere around here, I have to find a stone cross. and then go in the direction the top is pointing. A tough job, but it was worth it. The way to Malashov is clear. Damn it, that's cold. This looks like it could be the wall of the Malashov cellars. There's no going back. This is it. All right then. Courage, Henry. Courage. You can do this. This is going to take a while.
And Ruthard and Liechtenstein are turning the Kuttenberg houses against us.
Bavag will deal with Ruthard. But Liechtenstein is your concern. How come you haven't caught him yet?
He's slippery as an eel. He's hiding somewhere in the Jewish quarter. I sent spies to track him down, but they never came back.
Flush him out of that hole of his. For fuck's sake!
Why such concern, Otto? Kuttenberg is ours. Sigismund has the reins firmly in his hands.
He's got fuck all in his hands. Sigismund thought at first he'd come to terms with his brother Wenceslas, clear the way for him to the imperial throne, and take the Bohemian throne for himself. But Wenceslas couldn't even get off his drunken ass and go to Rome for the coronation. And now, the glorious Hungarian king has fallen for Jobst and his damned truce. He's been taken in by that treacherous turncoat.
Jobst betrayed Wenceslas. Then Sigismund, and now us. He fooled all of us. But what can he really do against us?
I'll tell you what. While pretending to parley, he incensed the Hungarian nobles against Sigismund.
Surely Sigismund's army can deal with that inconvenience.
Ha! He was paying his Cumans by letting them pillage Bohemia. He set half the people against him in the country he wants to rule. And now, there is nothing left to plunder. While we are shuffling our feet here, Jobst is surely mustering an army.
What are we going to do?
We've got K-Bone. That'll keep Hanush and the Lipa people at bay. If they ever want to see their heir alive.
Jobst has Liechtenstein mustering other allies for him. We get him in our grasp, and Jobst will be like a fish out of water in Bohemia.
I'll drag him out of that Jewish den with my own 2 hands. Count on me, sir.
The betrayers of Christ hiding a betrayer. They are rich. All that's needed is a good pretext.
The Kuttenbergers will be quite happy if their debts to those usurers happen to go up in smoke.
Yeah.
You're learning fast, young man.
The gate open.
A horseman, sir!
Anish is out of the game. The Kuttenbergers are taken care of and will catch Liechtenstein. You'll see, my friend. Good times are coming.
Your Graces, King Sigismund is convening the town council, but first he requests your presence at the Sedlitz monastery, without delay.
What's all the urgency about?
Surely you must know that yourself, sir. The captives fled Trotsky Castle and killed Istvan Toth while escaping.
What?
That's not possible. That's a lie.
It is true, Lord Toth is dead.
Who? Speak!
The messenger said something about Cobbler's bastard and some outlaws.
I swear, by everything that is holy, I will find that whoreson, and I will rip out his heart!
Jesus. What's with that boy?
Sir Istvan was like a father to him. You better go. Bring the horses!
Shame about that dog.
Oof. Luck was on my side. Now to find Capon and get out of here.
And he took a small escort with him, so the garrison is slightly weakened now. So, be extra alert on your watch. If I find anybody slacking off, I'll get
di sini.
What can you do? To keep watch here.
I think he's just holding up here. I'll ask him first thing tomorrow and see what he tells me.
Wait, Maaf. We're on Conrad's phone, and ever since
That's still right. It'd be worse if you already had 3 ones.
Have no fear. We'll just have a little nibble with your kind permission.
and will be as quiet as mice in the hall.
Nobody taking it seriously. She's some third-rate daughter of some lord from who knows where, so she was actually quite lucky that old Otto took a liking to her.
What is happening? Who are you?
Quiet. If you make a peep, we're done for.
Henry?
Good God, Henry.
How did you... What are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing? Hunting boar? Came to save your noble arse.
My noble arse thanks you. Oh, how did you get here?
I'll tell you later. Who's this?
Vauquelin-Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. At your service.
Brabant led the defense at Kuttenberg. He's Sigismund's prisoner, same as me.
And I came very close to holding the town. Besides...
There's no time for chit-chat. He's our ally. We can't leave him behind. Right, no doubt you've got a cunning plan for us to...
Of course I have a plan. I got to the fortress
C'est magnifique.
And so far, we're lucky, so I'll take you. We'll get to the forest not far from here.
Formidable. So, what up?
Wait.
Well, it's just a passageway.
You can I'm not going through any passageway.
What the fuck?
Let me repeat. No passageway for me. It's not the chivalrous way.
It is not chivalrous, c'est vrai, but in our situation, it is more than delicious.
Don't worry. Just trust me. Remember what I said at Trotsky? I won't allow anything to happen to you.
I remember. But if I faint or go mad in that passageway, I'll put you in danger too.
Now relax. We'll man—
Henry, I mean it.
All right.
Un moment. Henri?
Yes?
And what about horses? Are there any horses left here?
I think there's a couple, yeah. In the lower courtyard.
Très bien. That will be enough. We just have to get to them. But I think we could get there stealthily. It is not far from the tower to the— Then you simply open the gate, et voila, we are gone! Just like It may not be the best plan. It was not back then either. But we simply have no other. Time has passed. The fortress is quiet. I believe that most of the garrison has gone to sleep, which plays in our favor.
That's a wonderful plan. No passageways. But we need some weapons.
Exactement.
Thanks, Henry.
A nice speech. Merci mille.
Good work.
I'll go ahead and scout it out. When there's a suitable moment, I'll let you know and you can head out.
And how we—
Well, the stables can be seen from the entrance hall. If you signal us with a torch from next to the horses, we'll head towards you.
Agreed. Good idea.
But you must—
True. And if we don't hear from you or see your signal for a long time...
Précisément.
Right. Got it.
Brabant, keep watch by the stairway.
I'll go to the window and wait for Henry's signal.
I think it would be better if you watch the stairs.
Why's that?
You are younger. You have better hearing.
You said you once discovered a dozen English spies. So you can surely have the one stairway.
I discovered them because I smelled them from a distance. You see, les Anglais seem to hide.
Eh bien, I will watch the stairs if Monsieur le Chapeau.
Beat deck! Fuck around with it myself. Don't worry, it's already taken care of. Well.
I feel a little sorry for her, with nobody taking her seriously around here. She's some third-rate daughter of some lord from...
What is happening? Who are you?
Quiet. If you make a peep, we're done.
Will Henry signal?
I think it would be better if... I discovered them because I smelled them from a distance. You see, les Anglais sting to high heaven.
I'll get you.
You want like you did that? Show me
Now you'll see what we do.
by the stairway. I'll go to the window and wait for Henry's signal.
I think it would be better if you watch the stairs.
Why's that?
You are younger. You have better hearing.
You said you wasn't.
The horses are here. As soon as it's safe, I should give Capon the signal. Well, that's that. Now I just need to wait for Capon. Lord Jesus Christ, stand by our side.
band. Keep watch by the stairway. I'll go to the window and wait for Henry's signal.
I think it would be better if you watch the stairs.
Why's that?
You are younger. You have better hearing.
The horses are here. As soon as it's safe, I should give Capon the signal. Well, that's that. Now I just need to wait for Capon. Lord Jesus Christ, stand by our side.
Now you're gonna die!
Watch by the stairway. I'll go to the window and wait for Henry's signal.
I think it would be better if you watch the stairs.
Why's that?
You are younger.
The horses are here. As soon as it's safe, I should give Capon the signal.
hiding place so I can smash it in, you bastard! Where are you, you whoreson? Stop hiding, you piece of shit!
I'll catch that bastard.
Look out!
I hope someone paid.
So, there's nobody here.
The horses are here. As soon as it's safe, I should give Capon the signal. Well, that's that. Now I just need to wait for Capon. Lord Jesus Christ, stand by our side.
Brabant, keep watch by the stairway. I'll go to the window and wait for Henry's signal.
I think it would be better if you watch the stairs.
Why's that?
You are younger. You have better hearing. Use it.
I'll get you.
I'll punish you, you dirt!
Show your stuff! Don't think I won't cut you to pieces!
Stop beating him!
I'll hack you up like you deserve. I'm just getting warmed up.
The horses are here. As soon as it's safe,
I've got my
I should
eye
get
on
Kate
you.
the signal.
Are you right in the...
I'm gonna.
You make a fool of yourself.
Thanks to God. Go to the horses. Not yet. First, I have to get Sir Hans to the horses.
I must admit, mes amis, the last time I have had such a suspense was when I was rescuing the King of France.
Oui, monsieur, you were surely brave. And fortune favors le brave. Yeah! Free at last!
Thank you for coming for me, Henry. You're a great friend. The best I could wish for.
After today, you may...
Damn. I've wandered off somehow. I should get back to Hans.
We don't know whether they're tailing us!
Wandered off somehow.
Thank you for coming for me, Henry. You're a great friend. The best I could wish for.
After today, you may also count me among your friends. I, Vauquelin Brabant, chevalier, aventurier et voyageur. I'm at your service, mon brave Henri. And I have an excellent idea. In your honor, I shall name my new horse after you.
Pleased to meet you, Sir Vacula.
My name is Vauquelin.
Vauquelin?
Vauquelin. Vauquelin.
Vauquelin. Would you mind if I just call you Brabber?
Brabant.
En Brabant? Que peut-on y faire? It will have to do. Do not concern yourself, mon ami. Clearly, you are not talented in the art of conversation. But at least you have courage and of a skill. You carried out the entire operation truly bright. I could not have done it much better myself. And look, mon ami, how the fresh air suits Monsieur Chapon. He has finally stopped drawing in self-pity.
What self-pity, damn it? I was locked up for days in a tiny stinking room.
Ah, come now, mon cher. Luck was simply not on your side for once. That is all. Now we are finally free. The time has come for grand deeds. I did not waste my time in captivity. I fought everything over diligently. Listen.
Please, I'd prefer not to.
What's your plan, Sir Baron?
An heroic deed about which hordes shall one day be composed, similar to my feat in the famous battle of Arezzo.
But what would you do now?
What if we were to journey to Vienne? We could assemble a company and liberate le roi Wenceslas.
That would be excellent. If the king were to return, the nobility would definitely support him. Sigismund would have to withdraw.
Précisément. And what is more, our names would be sung throughout the kingdom. Undoubtedly, we would also earn a rich reward too. Then I would invite the best stonemason from France and build Monsieur Chapeau a castle that even Chevalier Hanache wouldn't be.
You must be mad. You've been free less than a day and you're already thinking up ways to get yourself killed. I'd rather endure Hanash's preaching about my incompetence than listen to this chatter. We'll see what happens next. But the first thing that I need is to get good and drunk. We should spur the horses on. God knows, they might be hot on our heels. Yeah! Wounds. Such destruction and havoc.
War. Monsieur Chapon, you have yet to participate in a real battle. But I fought against les Valaques at Naples, and les Anglais in Bourgogne. And that is how war looks, whether in Italy or La Bohème. It is always the same.
That's not war. It's barbarism. What value did this village have?
Eh bien, I would estimate 5 courtyards. Annual revenues could be perhaps several hundred groschen.
That's not what I meant, Bakalin. No fortress. Maybe one fortified courtyard. Practically insignificant militarily. That's not how war should be fought. This is unjust.
Do not give way to sentimentality, monsieur. A village could harbor spies and saboteurs or supply the enemy, and destroying enemy assets is an effective tool of war. Wars are not decided only in battles. There are not even many of those. To strike in the rear, make the enemy lose and bleed. That is how most conflicts are fought. However, wait a year or two, the village will be settled. The population will increase again. That is how it always happens.
But we're the nobility. Our task is to lessen the chances of such things happening. Here!
Ini pun jangan dipanggil kerja. Ibu kata ya.
Bandits in the whole wide world, we run into this pair of scoundrels.
I fucked everything up.
Oh, head up, lad. Everyone makes mistakes. Only a better man owns up to them. At least we know now what kind of vermin we're dealing with.
What brings you here? We just escaped from Malashov, and right now
There's no time for haste. One thing at a time, my boy. Word reached Rat-Eye that you pair got yourselves into a nice mess. I'm glad to see you both in one piece. So, let's hear it. What happened?
It's best if Henry tells you. I wasn't around for half of it.
no sooner had we spied Trotsky on the horizon than everything started to go to hell. We made camp by a pond with the intention of heading for the castle at first light, only we were ambushed by bandits in the evening. They killed all our men and took everything they could carry, including the letter for von Berghoff.
And how did you two manage to get out alive?
Just by a stroke of good luck. We were both in a bad way. We might not have made it if a local herb woman hadn't taken care of us.
Only after that, we couldn't get into the castle, though. We looked like a pair of beggars.
And the bastards treated us as such.
But you did get into Trotsky in the end, didn't you?
Von Berghoff received us and heard us out. It seemed like he was on our side. We even helped him out several times. Until we found out he was just stringing us along. It all came out after we set out with von Berghoff's men to deal with the bandits who were rampaging in his domain. The same ones who attacked us at the start.
Only they ambushed us and took me and Henry captive for ransom.
But it turned out these very outlaws are on our side. They're fighting for King Wenceslas on the orders of Sokol of Lamberg.
Well, I'll be damned.
So von Bergov has been the real enemy all this time. And Zizka is actually our ally.
Zizka? He's the captain of those outlaws. That name doesn't ring a bell.
I think you'll meet him soon enough.
What impression did he make on you?
He's some impoverished yeoman. But he's handy in a battle, and he helped us when we needed it.
He made quite an impression on me, for one. I'll be happy to see him again. But if only it didn't have to be in Rabosh. Why Rabosh? Of all the places in the world.
We're riding to a gathering of King Wenceslas's supporters. If fortune favors us, the future fate of the kingdom will be decided there.
If we keep standing around here gabbing about it, it'll be decided without us.
Patience, my friend. This pair have just returned from the clutches of the enemy. No doubt they have something to tell us.
Like how in the devil did you manage to escape?
I was helped by the Ruthard family, the former rulers of Malashov, in exchange for dealing with some trouble they had with Ulrich of Raditz.
Ulrich Favak? But he's the mint master.
Well, he won't be for long, if it comes to light that he's been putting his sticky fingers on the royal silver.
It seems you've been pretty busy.
But don't forget to say what you found out from von Bergov in Malashov.
Sigismund has convened the city council. Markvart von Aulitz will be there with him, too. The word is, Sigismund is going to make an important announcement there.
He picked a nice time for it. But at least he won't be sticking his nose into what's going on around.
Now, if we had one of our people at that assembly, we'd get Sigismund's plans nice and fresh. Straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
My very words. And I know exactly who to send. Young Lord Capon will go with us to Rabosh, but you'll have to return to the city right away, and try to worm your way into the town hall.
What? How can I get in there? I can't just walk in off the street.
You've got the dirt on Favak, and you don't know how to use it? Just tell him either he gets you into the council chamber, or you get him on the gallows.
It's worth a try.
I hope that assembly really is important. If Sigismund is just going to announce an increase in taxes, there's not much point in my being there.
Well, at least you can enjoy watching the long faces of the councillors when they hear it. And don't worry, I'll eat and drink in Rabosh on your behalf.
If I come back and find you there under lock and key again, I'll leave you to rot.
Take it. I will go as well, and I will not let your friend out of my sight.
Hans? Who's this?
Vaclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo, at your service.
He was a captive of Lord von Bergov's, like me. He defended Kuttenberg against Sigismund.
In that case, he'll be a welcome guest at Rabosh.
You don't know what you're promising, Baron. Watching Sir Hans is a job and a half.
The main thing is to watch out for yourself, Henry. As soon as you can do so without raising suspicion, come and join us.
He'll manage it, but now we really need to hit the road.
Safe travel, Henry.
Adieu et bonne chance.
And to you. Hopefully we'll meet soon. I ought to go and see Rosa when I'm in town. No doubt she'd like to know how it went with that book.
Henry, I've got something for you. Hey, Henry, over here.
What is it you want?
You must be Henry.
Yes, I am.
Well, I've got a message from Master Chenyak for you. Go and see him in the Ole as soon as you can.
What does he want?
Well, I don't know. I was just told to find you and give you...
Go!
This? Huh? Apa?
Stop where you are! We're after you! Give up!
This horse must have cost a pretty...
I surrender!
Nah. You've been loyal, don't think you've been... You'll pay a...
All right, I'll...
Now, let's have...
Take a look then.
Yeah, right. All right, but I don't want... He surrendered! Why are you still here? Do you want me to take you in? Of course I will. I'll just have to search you first. Do it. Nothing personal. When are you gonna get over it? As soon as I get you.
What's that?
Why the long
I
face?
must be mad. Well, I've just got this nasty premonition.
You there! Halt! Come here!
Of ale at home. I suppose it was. I'm afraid it'll go bad on me soon.
My God. My, what a beautiful horse. What are you waiting for? On your way. Of course I will. I'll just have to search you first. Nothing personal. It's just a new regulation.
When are you gonna get over it?
As soon as I get new orders. Where are you headed? Come back! We need to talk.
A good-looking man like you working as a guard. And it seems like a shame to me.
Huh? I have to keep watch so that...
That what, handsome?
Well, so that... I mean...
Will you be here all day?
Neil. Hi, holding.
God, what was I just responsible?
Watch where you're going.
Kau ngapain lo? Orang lo.
He looks like years ago.
Christ, what's the hold up? One there!
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Oh well.
You said you needed some help with something.
Something's happened. Oh, a real...
What is it?
When I was fishing around for information about Liechtenstein, I cast the net a bit, and one of the servant girls I questioned was just found dead.
You think she was killed because of you?
I don't know. If I did, I wouldn't be asking you for...
I'll help you. Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice. She was an ordinary, pretty girl. I heard they found her all hacked up, tossed somewhere by the town wall. Oh, folk in town. They took the body to the morgue by the St. Peter and St. Paul cemetery.
I'll go take a look at her. See if I can...
I think that would be for the best. You can ask the gravedigger for details. He'll know the
When did you last see...
Around a week.
And did you notice anything suspicious?
Not at all. She was always cheerful, lively, though I'm afraid she won't be dancing ever again.
What was Alice trying to find out for you?
She always brought me the freshest gossip overheard from her master. And lately, what the other maids in town were saying.
And did you learn anything important from her? Something someone would kill her for?
That's the thing. All she brought me was gossip. Who was cheating on who wasn't going to confession. So you'll have to figure out the rest for yourself.
What about your other girls? Are they...
Yes. Fortunately. That's why Alice is dead.
What are you gonna...
I'd like to ask the others if they noticed anything suspicious. If someone is following them and the like, but...
But you don't want to scare them.
I'm scared.
I go and see them.
They don't know you, Henry. I'll figure some...
Do you think that...
I don't know, but it's true.
Why did you ask me in particular?
Because you're the only one I know here.
Uh-huh.
But don't take it the wrong way. I'm actually glad it's you. You're not even Zhishka would be of much help to me here.
Uh-huh. Thanks. I know everything I need.
Good. In the meantime, I'll try to find out more. Then we'll put it all together, and I'll be damned if we can't come up with some...
No, I just want to be sure nobody finds out. You never know.
I'm sorry.
God be with you. I apologize.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
When we catch a fella cheating,
If you're gonna yell at each, God bless you.
whenever we see fit.
My God, that looks like a bloody expensive horse.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Well,
What are you here?
Show me your...
Happy to be of service, sir.
Greetings. What do you...
Lord be with you.
I'm here.
I do, but not just any job. Dies Irae is upon us. We'll finally hit Sigismund where it hurts the most. We'll cut off the flow of silver into his purse.
Sounds like you want to shut down his mines.
Aye, that's exactly what I'm planning to do. Well, what we're planning. And you'll be the most important figure on the board.
What do you mean?
As you already found out, the flow of silver is the reason why Sigismund laid siege to the city. If we take that reason away from him, he'll have no choice but to leave.
If you put...
Can I count?
How do you want to do it?
With the combination of modern science and some good old hellfire.
Could you be a little less cryptic?
We're going to blow the place sky high.
Aren't you afraid of the gallows?
What's one human life compared to the importance of saving the entire kingdom? Someone would have to rat us out. And I don't think any one of us would do such a thing.
Why me of all people?
You're reliable, Henry. You've proven yourself. Besides, I've heard you've been down in a mine already. It won't be anything new to you.
I still don't exactly know what it is you want me to do.
Do you know what black powder is?
I don't, unfortunately.
Not quite. Black powder.
Ah, right. A lot of smell, smoke, and noise. I've come across it before, and it wasn't very pleasant.
1 barrel should be more than enough for our purpose.
A whole barrel?
We need to collapse the addicts, and to be sure it'll work. Your job will be to get your hands on the powder and bring it to the I know it wouldn't it be
getting the info.
I'm sure you'll figure. And remember, I don't want to see any needless violence and bloodshed. We're trying to overthrow a tyrant, but not stain ourselves with mortal.
Don't worry.
As soon as... Oh, and before I forget, here's a few groschen. Hopefully they'll make you search.
Take care, friend.
What's that sound?
Well, I reckon... You're damn right. And not just any offer. So keep your voice down, in case any...
Tell me, then.
You've been here for some time now, so I'm sure you've noticed Chenyek is... well... you know...
A good leader?
Yeah, right. Chenyek is a weakling, and too careful for his own good. Always babbling about his ideals, telling our fellas they can't do this and that's not appropriate.
The guild isn't supposed to be a band of killers and thieves. It's about a greater purpose.
Bullshit! Chenyek's the only one that cares about noble causes. The rest of us are here because we'd die on our own. Unless we start bringing in a lot more money, we'll all starve to death anyway. Chenyek is dragging us down.
I don't like where you're going with this. You better stop before it's too late.
Easy now, friend. I was just kidding. You didn't really think I meant it, did you? Let's just go our separate ways and forget this ever happened, eh?
You better not fuck with me, Knuckles.
See you later, my friend.
Tell me more.
What can I tell you? With the guild,
Don't you...
Let's believe...
What can you...
I'm not... Let me... Whisk...
So what...
So... That's right. At least... Well, sir.
Stop that. It's just you.
Huh?
Easy. Good horse. Whoa! Whoa!
Was möcht?
If I understand correctly, you mainly make bells?
Ja, genau. Are you in the market for one? Or why do you ask?
I'd be more interested in a gun.
Ich verstehe. There's a lot of talk about hot pieces right now, eh? But I have to warn you, they do andererseits.
I'm interested in bronze casting. I'm originally a blacksmith.
Warum nicht?
Well, they cast a church bell in the Sasau monastery once. But what's that compared to your gun?
And yet it is nämlich, but it's a new era.
Are you Eldris, the gun forger?
Yeah, that's me. What is it you need?
I'm looking for black powder, a whole barrel. Can you help me?
Wait. Ein ganzes Fass? Forget about it. I would only sell something like that to one of my verified customers. In this case, that would be the town garrison or the King Sigismund himself. Are you one of their messengers?
Why don't we keep this on a strictly business level, and you don't ask?
But I need to know what you'll need such a thing for. Do you have any idea what I am risking? Alice.
I do. That's why I came to you. To find out how to get my hand on it without anyone finding out it's from you.
Good, good. Business is business, and money does not ask any questions. If I had any black powder, I would be happy to sell it to you. Unfortunately, I don't have any black powder right now. The last shipment went to the royal encampment near the city.
Isn't there anyone else who makes black powder?
Definitely not here in the city. Es gebe dann einen Weg, but you cannot tell anyone I told you.
Go on then. My lips are sealed.
My business rival, Whisker of Colin, also supplies black powder to the camp. Ist ein glitschige Schlange, aber that is of no importance to you. More importantly, Whisker drives his wagon north from Colin through Bohonovitz towards the military encampment with the powder in tow. If he were to lose it, he would be in großen Schwierigkeiten.
And I'd have my powder.
Exactly. But like I said, you didn't hear it from me.
You can count on me. Thanks. Easy, good horse.
Oh, people.
Whoa, whoa. By the way, like,
My favourite book. Right.
as I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled upon von Burgov's chamber, and there it lay. Red leather, gold inlay.
You really found it. Thank you. By the way, did you have any time to leaf through it and see what it's about?
It's a mystery. God, that's terrible. His mother said he'd been complaining. And next thing you know, he's being buried.
Actually not.
That's too bad. I think you would like it. And perhaps even learn a thing or two.
Why do you think so?
I just think you might find some common ground with the author. Not in absolutely everything, of course. That's just not possible. Look, you've never thought to... Well,
Praise God. Was that you? I'm sorry.
Well,
Your dad, you've been...
I don't know.
Shenyek is a...
The guild isn't supposed to be a band of killers and thieves. It's about a greater...
Bullshit! Unless we...
Oh, you're right. We need to get rid of...
You're a smart one, lad.
Forget about it. The only one bringing the guild down is you.
Easy now, friend. Let's just go our separate ways.
You better not fuck...
Farewell, sir. What are you doing? You're whistling.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
Whoa.
Grüß Gott.
If I...
Ja, ich finde...
I'm interested...
And yet, but it's...
I'll have a...
I hope you find what you're looking for, Nick. Was möcht...
Are you...
Yeah.
I'm looking...
Wait, in this...
But I do.
Good.
Isn't there...
Definitely.
Go on then.
My more... If...
And I... Yeah, you can... Easy. Good horse.
Ow! Don't you see me walking here?
Slow down, you idiot.
Hey, you nearly ran into me.
You almost ran me over!
Whoa. Whoa.
yourself, more like.
What am I supposed to do then?
You should go and see the priest.
Excuse me.
Nobody else can help you.
By the
My fa-
as I and then
You read,
I read a bit of it.
what did you think?
While reading it, I thought the writing style seemed familiar.
Really?
Well, yeah. As if I knew the writer himself. Or herself.
Women writing books. Come now.
Why not? I bet they would write better than many men.
Such audacity.
More like experience. I once helped with copying.
A person does all that work to learn to read and write, but then they sit you down at a table to copy the works of others for the rest of your life.
Waste of time, right?
Not just time, above all, talent.
Hold on. Who wrote this then?
I did. Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me? And what would I write?
How should I know? Poetry.
That's a tempting notion. Who knows? In another life, I might have become a writer.
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with this.
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could finish writing it together. You and me. What do you think?
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chambers. Will you escort?
My pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal part.
Both? Well, fine. And what should I do?
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. A tale of a man or a woman? I'll take careful notes.
There are heaps of stories about men. So I propose one about a woman.
All right, a woman then. But I'd need to know more about her.
Such as...
Tell me one trait that is important for you. What would impress you in a girl?
Well, it never hurts if a girl is pretty.
I was hoping for something a bit deeper than beauty.
Well, what else could come to mind with you standing here before me?
Oh, come now. Tell me instead about the fate of our beauty. But please.
There are few enough happy endings in life, so I'd be for a happy end.
I agree. And while Our Lady in the story may be beautiful, her pretty face alone won't bring about that happy ending. I'll put a more interesting feather in her cap.
Well, let's have...
Not yet.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper illumination, but especially if you'll be my...
What? And what on earth...
Imagine a beautiful lady is standing before you, and you are courting...
I'd rather keep what I do to myself.
Well, you're suffering... So what about that story?
I haven't read it.
Well, go and make amends. So what about that?
It was pretty obvious that you wrote it.
Really? And in what way?
Well, I'm not sure. I've known you for a while now, and it just seems like you're telling the story.
I'm not that good a storyteller in person. And don't forget, it's your work too. And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash job, it's not bad, right?
Oh, it's pretty, really. I don't think I've ever...
I know, but otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied. And...
Well... And for that matter, you're an interesting girl. I'd like to get to know you a little better.
no beating around the bush. How about that? Please do stop by sometime. I wager it will be enlightening for both of us. Perhaps I can show you my collection of hunting trophies.
You said you could teach me something.
If you ask nicely, I'll share some of my harder...
Very well then, Lady Know-It-All. Let's say then I come on bended knee.
That depends on what you're interested in, or if you prefer actions instead of words, but I warn you in advance. So, what would...
I'd like to expand... What's the last...
You'd better believe...
I'm sorry.
By the way, as I... And there...
You
I read it. Well, well, yeah, or...
Women right...
What?
Such... a pet... Not just...
Hold on.
I did. Look.
Me?
How should I...
That's it.
Wouldn't you...
What's the...
There's...
That sounds...
We'll have...
My pleasure. You haven't thought?
No?
Both?
Just... I'll take...
Well, there...
Or...
So...
Tell...
I...
And...
Only...
Or best bit of the... I...
Well?
Not yet.
What?
A pic is...
What?
Well, you're... So what about that...
Too bad there aren't more books like this. If there were, I might end up turning into a scholar.
Really? And what about the sketch?
Oh, it's pretty, really.
But otherwise...
Well. And for that matter...
No, please do. Perhaps I can...
You said...
If you want that or if... But I'm so...
I'd like... What's the...
You'd better...
Easy, good horse. Whoa, whoa.
You almost ran into me.
My lord.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Don't be coy. My wares will bring you joy.
Was möchtest du?
What work do you have?
You look... I have work for such, yes? But what of reading?
What? If I can read?
Ach.
Very well. That German Geldstück pours short beers and then charges for a full tankard. His whole inn smells like puke, like he himself does. And the food...
Was? What are you saying? It says my tavern is the best in Kuttenberg.
Well, that's not what's written there.
Der verdammte Schreiber. That youngster. Janek the scribbler. I wanted to hang that sign on the door. I gave him 5 beers to write that. 5!
So, what about that job?
Donnerwetter! Na gut, we have a problem in Kuttenberg. It's crawling with Sigismund's soldiers, who are nothing but trouble. Not long ago, they started blocking the road to Kuttenberg. And every car and the merchants either had to find a way around or raise the price. If you are carrying booze, carrying clothes, carrying soap.
You pay, I get it. But what do you want me to do about it?
Well, the other merchants and I got a pile of groschen together for whoever can rid us of these soldiers. Would you dare?
And what about the city council? The soldiers don't bother them?
Nein. They just want Sigismund not to notice them, so they can keep stealing everything around here. They are like pigs im Speck. Everybody is scared shitless these days. You want something done? You must do it yourself.
And how many of those soldiers...
I've never been there. But the wagoners said sometimes 1, sometimes 5. That's all I know.
And what am I supposed to do with them? I'm supposed to take care of them?
That probably will not even be necessary. Those soldiers are guarding the road on orders from King Sigismund. They have some Geleitbrief, safe conduct. I need you to go there. Get that safe conduct and then disappear. Keine Befehle, kein Wegzoll. So, how?
Yeah, I'll help.
Leave Kutten in the middle of the...
Fine.
September. Bro Andi.
Easy, good
Jam berapa
horse.
dia?
Whoa, whoa.
Praise God.
You must be the local great...
That's right. At least them that can speak do. Greetings, Henry.
I hear there was a murder here recently.
True. She's lying in the morgue. But who the hell are you?
Another? Why would anybody come...
People ain't got no respect. As soon as news spread about what was done to her, folk are always turning up to... So if you ain't one of them gawkers, you must be one of them other types. Well, no, you can't shave her. No.
I don't want to take anything. I need to find something else.
Like what exactly?
Who killed her?
Why?
I'm in service of the Lords of Lipa. I'm to find out who was responsible for this murder.
What do the Lords of Lipa care about a dead girl?
Truth be told, not much. But it's at the request of her master.
Ah, that makes more sense. At least someone is trying to sort this out. The others weren't so lucky. It's true that Lumiere ain't shown no interest in her yet. I wouldn't expect that from him no more.
Who's this Lumiere? Another one of those gawkers?
No. He actually tried to help.
Help? How?
Well, he was investing.
Right. You said she wasn't the first.
Aye. We had a couple of similar cases. Lumiere said they was all killed by the same murderer.
And who is this Lumiere?
He used to work for the local bailiff. I think he knew the first one what was killed, but that was a long time ago.
Do you remember how many girls were killed?
You mean you don't know nothing about it? Here, even the sparrows are squawking about it.
I haven't been in Kuttenberg very long.
I see. There's been one every few weeks for the past...
Do you know where the last one...
I heard some talk about it when they brought her here. But what do you...
Look for clues. Footprints.
That can help you?
That's worth a try.
I heard she was killed by the town walls, close to the hole in the wall, a dodgy tavern in the Hoprink neighbourhood.
Thanks. What's this Lumiere got to do with this?
Well, like I told you, he used to work for the bailiff. I think he was a scribe.
A scribe keeps records in the Black Chronicle, though I've never heard of one doing his own investigation.
Well, the old bailiff wasn't all that interested in the common folk. But Lumiere, he was quite helpful. Folk heard him.
I'd like to speak with Lumiere.
At his home in Bohemia Street. That's near the church. You won't find him at the bailiff. I don't know exactly why, though. Seems he had...
Thanks.
It's my pleasure. Actually, speaking of the living, there's a girl I think her name is Bar...
And do you know where I could find her?
She said she serves in one of the burgers' houses. So either there or in the morgue with that...
Thanks again, Master.
God be with you, good sir.
So, let's see what we have here. My God! Someone really did a number on her. Oh, they ripped open her entire belly. And they didn't stop there. There must have been buckets of blood. Jesus Christ. There's hardly any blood left in her. The place I found her must look like a slaughterhouse. I should go there and take a look. Her lips are bloody, but nothing more. Tongue still in place. But if he killed her for blabbing, I reckon he'd have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? These are more like chops than cuts. Somebody must have taken a sword to her. Knife wounds would be smaller, and an axe would have made a bigger mess. But it couldn't have been a long sword. That would have been clumsy. It was something shorter and nimbler. God, that madman cut off both her breasts and bits of flesh. But what did he do with it all afterwards? Did he really keep all the pieces? Nobody could be that. Her face is a little bruised and cut, but nobody cut her there. But she has a dark ring around her neck. Was she strangled? The murderer must have had pretty strong hands, and her hair is all matted with blood and hacked off. Maybe there's something more to it. What if the murderer kept her hair like some kind of sick trophy? Just some scratches and bruises, that's all. It looks like her attacker was unarmed. If he'd had a weapon, she'd have cuts on her hands and forearms. So, the murderer must have awfully strong hands, because he strangled her and left a dark ring around her neck. Then he took a short sword or saber and started hacking at her. She's missing parts of her torso, but they aren't by the body. He also cut off most of her hair. He cut off her breasts, but left her tongue, then left her lying there for all to see. To send a message, maybe? Or a warning? Only if it was a warning for telltales, he would have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? I don't know why he killed her, but I don't think it's because of Catherine. Are you Barbara? I'm told you knew Alice.
Alice? Oh, she was almost like a sister to me. We served together for years, in the same house. Why'd you ask? Who are you?
I'm trying to find out who did this to her. I'm afraid the killer might want to go after my friend as well.
Ah, I understand.
Who did you serve?
Our master is a local merchant. He is trying his hand at trading wine.
How did Alice get along with your master?
Fine. Just like with everyone. Our master is a bit strict, but he's fair.
What's his name?
Why? But you can't see him anyway. He's on a trade trip to Prague.
It occurred to me that maybe he could have done it.
He couldn't. He was gone when it happened. He hadn't been home in several weeks. And besides, why would he kill them others too? He never even knew them.
I heard about that. And also about Lumir.
Well, if you're interested, maybe you'll catch him sober enough to talk sense.
Do you know of any suitors she might have had?
I know she was seeing someone. Why?
I'd like to talk to him as well.
But I don't know who it was. Alice said he was rich and dressed nicely. But she promised him she'd never tell anyone his name.
And you never saw him?
No, never. I don't even know where she met.
Do you know what exactly happened to Alice?
No. Nobody saw one day. She just didn't come home. And then they found...
It's awful what they did to her.
She was such a pretty girl. And it didn't even leave that untouched. Who could have cut off her hair like that? And why? None of it makes sense.
So, I'll leave you to...
Greetings.
dirt. Save your whistling for the cow after our loud.
And that goes to the council looking after.
Horsey knows. He's the one sending him there.
Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Go!
And he still does.
You nearly killed me. That hurts, you idiot! Don't you know how to ride?
Whoa, whoa.
Don't ride among people if you don't know what you're doing.
This is the place. There's a lot of blood and some footprints. I'm not sure how much more I'll be able to find. Christ, that's a lot of blood. But after seeing what they did to the girl, I'm not surprised. I can't make anything out of this. The whole town's been walking around here. There could have been one killer or a dozen. I'm surprised I haven't completely trampled out the blood. I'm not sure I'll be able to find any remains. I wonder what happened to them. It's hard to make out, but I think I see some slashing from a blade. So, there's still a lot of blood left, but I expected even more. I found some faint blade marks. Either the others were trampled out, or someone skilled was wielding it. It didn't look to me like any remains were left lying around. No idea what he did with them. Did he keep them or throw them away?
Excuse me?
You there! Come back here!
God bless you.
Good to see you.
Look what the cat dragged in.
Easy, good horse.
blind?
Lumiere?
Oh, Christ, my...
I need to ask you something.
I said not so loud. I have a splitting head.
That's some hangover. He's useless to me like that. Unless I'm willing to wait for him to sleep it off, I'll have to get him some kind of cure or potion. This should sober him up. Here. Better?
What? Who?
My name is Henry.
And what do you want from me?
I'm trying to find out who killed a certain girl. And I was sent to you.
To me? What for?
Are you Lumiere from the rat house? The scribe?
I used to be. Now I'm just...
They say that about you. Why?
Because I was just on some wild goose chase. And what came of it? Absolutely nothing.
But I need your help.
If I were you, lad, I'd leave it be. You can't help that girl anymore, anyway. You'll just end up hurting yourself.
Come now, Lumiere.
Poor girls. Nobody was all that interested. We let it be in the end. We let a monster walk among us. No way. You can't...
I need to know the truth. To find...
I appreciate your enthusiasm, lad. I searched high and low. And what did I get out of it? Just what makes you think you can find...
Because I'm stubborn, and I don't have any other choice. I'll get to the truth, no matter what.
You think that will suffice?
If not, I'd have been dead long ago. Bled out from a human arrow.
All right. Talk to me. Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice. She worked as a maid.
A maid? That fits. Yarka was a maid too. As were most of the other victims. What did she look like? What did he do to her?
I think that he strangled her first, and then went at her with a longer blade and disemboweled her.
Did you notice the strangulation right away? It took me a while. Maybe you really will track him down.
Do you think it's the same murderer?
Counting your girl, that makes 6 victims who were first strangled and then mutilated. If it's not all the same person, they must be collaborating somehow.
This is the 6th one. How long has he been killing?
Probably about a year now. Sometimes it takes him months, sometimes weeks. But I'm including missing girls.
Why are you counting the missing girls?
Because I think someone killed them, and we just haven't found them yet.
Did the dead girls have anything in common?
Aside from being pretty young girls with no proper family or background, no. I couldn't find much.
Do you think somebody is killing them because they're poor, and nobody will miss them?
Certainly. If somebody killed the daughter of a local lord, no stone would be left unturned.
But why does he even kill in the first place?
I don't know. Maybe he hates women. Damn it. I feel like I'm going in circles and can't get out.
Did you have any suspects back then?
You can always find some suspect. I always dragged the most suspicious ones to the body in the morgue by force. And they threw up at the sight. Or fainted.
Couldn't it have just been an act?
Fainting? Vomiting? That's hard to act.
What can you tell me about Yarka?
She wasn't the first. But thanks to her, people started taking an interest. She was a maid in a German family. By all accounts, she was a pious, polite girl. She was orphaned as a child. The priest from the church of St. Peter and Paul, Father Prokop, raised her. They found her body tossed behind a barn at the edge of town. She was cut all the way from her neck downwards. An awful sight to behold.
Did you have any suspects?
At first, I thought the son from that family did it. A murderer is usually someone close, you know. But then I changed my mind.
Why?
Well, for one, I remembered the two girls before her who ended up almost the same. Besides that, when I talked to the lad, he seemed he wasn't the least bit interested in Yarka. Then his mother told me that they threw her out a week before the murder because she was a harlot who stayed out till all hours of the night. That really surprised me, because Father Prokop had vouched for her good reputation. But maybe he just didn't want to admit what had become of her.
What about Stanya?
She was an alehouse wench in a tavern of ill repute called the Hole in the Wall.
You said her body was never found. Maybe she just got out of town?
You have no idea how much I'd like to believe that. Only there was a lot of blood. Unfortunately, the investigation wasn't very successful. The Hole is a world of its own.
Did you suspect anybody?
You could suspect every second man there. Those people have nothing but thievery and deceit in their eyes. The innkeeper, Mole, definitely knew Stanya, since she worked for him. But he isn't all that chatty either.
So if I want to learn anything more, I have to ask this mole in the hole?
Yeah. He's still...
And what about that Zdena? You said her...
Exactly. But to tell the truth, nobody spent much... Besides Alice, Zdena was the most recent victim. It's only been a few weeks since she went missing, but I suppose nobody wanted to do any more dig.
But if her body was never found, how do you know she was killed?
Because she was the same type as the other girls. Maybe the prettiest of them. Young, beautiful. A real live one. Lively as the devil. I never could pin it on her, though. She always found some way to get out of it.
Maybe she robbed the wrong people and had to get out of town.
Maybe. She had a partner in crime by the name of Strunad. Quite a number. He's always sitting in the hole, boozing. When I asked him about Zdena, he told me he'd rather rip his own tongue out than talk.
Do you think he'd be more forthcoming with me?
He might be. You're not known all over town like a catchpole. Besides, it might still be fresh in his memory. That would be a great...
And what about the other?
It all started with them, though nobody did much about it at the time. The first one worked as a bathhouse maid. They called her Chestnut. She'd only been in town for a short while, and nobody really knew her. So I couldn't find out anything more. But the other one, Libushka, she was from Loretz. She was a maidservant, too. I also talked to her mother. She said she was really cheerful and outgoing. There were lots of suitors circling around her, but she knew she was pretty and knew she could do better than some farm.
You mean she wanted someone higher up?
That's what it sounded like. But her mother never found out who she had her eye on.
Interesting. I'll try to see what else I can find out from the mother.
Work in the graveyard, lad. It's sad to say, there's nobody else.
Why were you looking into it? Who were those dead girls to you?
I don't know what people told you about me, but for many long years I was a scribe for Kuttenberg's bailiff. Kuttenberg is a big city with a lot of people. Silver, silver, silver. Mining it, smelting it. The bailiff was always running from hell to Hades, from one rich man to another, settling their quarrels. Often.
But there are more than just rich burghers and lords.
Exactly. There are common folk, too. There's a lot more of them, and their troubles are usually more... So when one of them came to the bailiff's one time, and the bailiff was running around somewhere, I started to deal with it myself. I was
behind the bailiff's back?
Not really. Andreas supported my activities until...
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. Sorry.
Can you sum it all up for me?
We have 6 victims here, and I believe they were all murdered by the same killer. Unfortunately, we only know a little about the last 4, the most recent ones. By now, we won't learn anything about... Of the remaining 4, the first to be killed was the maidservant, Yarka. She was raised by Father Prokop from the Church of St. Peter and Paul. He should know the most about her. The next were Stanya and Zdena. Their bodies weren't found, but we assume they also became victims of the same murderer. They both hung around a tavern they called the Hole in the Wall. Stanya was an alehouse maid, and Zdena a pickpocket. And the last victim is Alice now, also a maid. What they all have in common is that they were young, beautiful.
Good.
When you learn something, you've aroused a bit of hope in me, lad.
Hah? Hah? Lu habis.
Good day to you.
Father, I need to ask you a few questions.
I don't have time for theological discussions, my son.
That's not why I'm here. My name's Henry, and I wanted to ask about the murder that happened recently. Someone killed and gutted a young maidservant and left her body lying by the city walls. And I hear it's not the first time this has happened.
Another one murdered. May the Lord grant her eternal rest. Why is it you ask?
Somebody is murdering maids here. We have to put an end to it.
Yes, but those poor souls are already at God's side, and revenge never...
I don't want revenge. I want to stop more killing. That's a better...
True enough.
What? One of the other victims was a girl named Yarka. But I reckon you know that, don't you? What can you tell...
About Yarka? She was an ordinary girl. She served the von Groll family.
Where did you know Yarka from?
I knew her since she was a little girl. Knew her family.
And?
I was her uncle. When my brother and his wife died, I took care of her.
Who do you think killed her?
William, that pig of Satan. He gambles in the tavern on All Saints' Day and leads the locals astray. Yarka always went there to listen to music.
Why do you think it was William? Do you have any
evidence? He's a skirt chaser, a tool of Satan. He messes with poor girls' heads.
And does anyone else come to mind? No other man spoke with her?
No, absolutely.
You raised her? A priest with a child?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not the first of the clergy to have a child on the side. But at least everyone knew Yarka was...
No offense, but how did you know what to do? Without a wife, without a family? I would have been lost.
I was a bit, son. When she was smaller, it was fine, but when she grew up a bit, maybe I was too hard on her.
How does that even work? Did you have her with you at the presbytery?
When she was small, I could. But when she grew up, she had to go. It wouldn't look right.
Why do you think you were too hard on her?
Yarko was an orphan, with no family and no possessions. Her only chance of a good life was a good upbringing. And then, a husband. But the more I led her in that direction, the more she resisted me.
You're well off, though. Couldn't you provide for her?
I couldn't. Even if she had been my very own. More so, since she was my brother's.
But how come?
The church's property always remains the church's. They keep a close eye on that.
How did she rebel against you?
She wouldn't listen. She ran away. She ran around with all sorts. And how did it turn out? She died. And in sin. Such a disgrace.
Disgrace? What the devil are you talking about?
She was pregnant! Even if she had lived, what then? Nobody would want to marry her anymore.
Why don't you respect Lumir?
That's my business. You needn't I won't tell you anything.
But this is important. Do I look like someone who's asking out of curiosity?
All right. Lumir accused me of her murder.
What?
Yes. He slandered me in public.
And how...
It turned out he was deranged. How could he even think such a thing? He's finished in Gutenberg.
I've heard enough, Father.
Son, I'll give you some good advice. Don't listen to Lumir. That man has gone completely mad.
I would like to atone.
I'm tempted to...
I'll cleanse my...
Invoke, pray to...
What penance do you...
Recite the...
I'll make haste.
You can't...
I would like...
Your...
Till we meet again.
Easy, good horse. Whoa, whoa.
Smells like trouble to me.
We can
Excuse me.
we see fit.
Did Estanya work here?
Stanya. It depends on who's up.
My name's Henry.
Names don't interest me. The main thing is whether it's a good guest or a bad guest. What kind of guest?
I'm a good guest.
Really? Let's see. Do you know how to...
By whether he's got coin?
Aye. No coin, no wine. As a wise man once said. I like talking to folk. So, what'll it...
What if I simply paid you and you tell me what I want to know? I want to know if Stanya worked here.
She did. And she don't know more. What's it to you?
I heard she disappeared without a trace. So I'm trying to find out if anyone had anything to do with it.
It's possible. The chamber she was sleeping in here was totally ransacked. The door open. Everything emptied out. And Stanya was gone. All I found were blood.
Tell me something else.
First, you'll have another beer.
What?
If you want to ask, I prefer. So, what'll...
That's the way, it's bloody well done.
I'm getting top now. You're going to spill it.
All right.
Did anybody see what actually happened when...
No, it was at night. Nobody saw or heard anything. The tavern tends to be empty at that hour. And you won't meet many people on the street, neither.
What was Stanya like? What can you tell me about her?
A bold woman. One has to be here. Everyone's ballsy here unless you nib it in the bud right away. She was hanging around a bard for a while. I don't know how close they were, but she also had another suitor.
Someone from the city?
No, a charcoal burner. I heard he was from somewhere in the Verchlitz Valley. I think his name was...
What do you know about that bard?
What about him? He's a minstrel, a skirt chaser. What more can I say? He called himself William. As far as I know, he plays in the Miners' Tavern in the evenings. But sometimes he shows up here, too.
You think he might have been the one who...
Now that you mention it, I know he met with some odd people and talked about God knows what. Besides, you know what minstrels are like. Lasses just flock to them. And like they say, opportunity...
Or in this case, a murderer. Apart from those men, did anyone else, more intimate?
Well, I got bad news for you. She had two close friends, but you won't get much out of either of them.
Why?
One was hit by a cart, even before Stanya disappeared, and she died. And the other one got married and moved away.
How did Stanya's...
The door was wide open. Most of her things were gone, but some remained. And there was blood all over the place.
Blood? Was there a lot?
Not so much, really. More like hand or footprints. But they were near everywhere. If someone done her in, they definitely didn't do it in that chamber.
Where can I find this Barton?
I already told you. In the Verchlit...
Could you be a bit more precise?
I don't know that bloke at all. So if I was you...
That's all I need to know.
One beer.
Careful.
Are you Sternat?
Who the fuck are you?
Just an ordinary bloke who has some
Well then piss off. All you're gonna get here.
Why so rash? That kind of attitude will do you no favours. Let's make a deal. You tell me everything you know about Zdenna, and I'll make sure you're...
Ah.
So, if I understand correctly, we...
For the right price.
Is this...
You fucking bet it is.
Where can I find Zdenna?
Aye. That's what I like to fucking know too. Last time I saw her... Well, that'd be back when she managed to fleece you.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to find her.
I can well imagine. Well, she went to Rabstein Mill. It's quite a long ways away. She had some unfinished business with some bloke called Pint. Ain't nobody seen her since then.
What can you tell me about Zdenna?
What do you want to hear? I try to keep her out of trouble, but there's just no helping some women.
So you were taking care of her?
Well, just in front of the others. Other than that, she did what she wanted. Always made her mind up and did things her own.
So you weren't too fond of her?
Not really, no. But she did have a knack for making...
Did she have any friends or lovers who'd know more? Did anybody come here to see her?
Who come to see that bitch? She was always off somewhere, seeing someone. Although, once...
Someone came to see her?
Well, aye. Some stuffed frock came here once. All old, and he said he had some job for her. That she should leave behind her sinful life. But he left empty-handed. She told him to go to...
Do you know who that priest was?
Some fucking Prokop or Pravoslav or some such shit. But that reminds me. I saw her a couple of times with another bastard. That fucking
And could she have run away with this bard, William?
With that lily liver... Well, he still don't come here no more. He plucks that loot of his in the miners' tavern. The wee shit.
What do you know about this priest?
Not much. Seems they knew each other from before. And he had some job for her somewhere. Serving as a... But she weren't.
And did he go?
I think... No.
I've heard it.
Selesai dulu.